got some updates on Halloween Ends as well as the killer doll, Megan, or M3gan as I'm going to call her. Let's get into it.
Well, sometimes that is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we have an update on Halloween Ends as well as the killer doll Megan, but first, a word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is In Search of Darkness Part 3. In Search of Darkness Part 3 is a 5+ hour exploration of a time when horror filmmaking exploded thanks to cable TV and the home video revolution. Packed with quality film clips and interviews, the long-form 80s era documentary dives into 79 impactful and controversial films of the decade, from direct-to-video and shot-on-video bottom-shelf favorites to unsung drive-in and theatrical releases. 79 impactful and controversial films from the decade. Oh, geez! This 80s super doc features interviews with 70 horror experts and icons sharing insider tales of maverick filmmaking adventures and the horror movies they love. Those 70 experts and icons feature John Carpenter, Robert Englund, Doug Bradley, Screaming Mad George, Adrienne Barbeau, and so many more. All those people are attached to this? I'm gonna start foaming at the mouth! In Search of Darkness Part 3 is a super limited release, and as of right now, you only have 20 days, 15 hours, 36 minutes, and 47 seconds left to get this puppy. You can choose whatever edition you're looking for here. If it's the standard Blu-ray, the standard DVD, or perhaps even the trilogy bundle, the associate producer, where you get a credit on IMDb, on the poster, and in the credits, or become a regular producer, or even an executive producer. And there will simply never be another 80s horror doc as in-depth as this one is. So make sure to pre-order this right now by clicking on the link in the description of my video so they know that KillJoy Jake sent ya. Do it now or else you will get sucked into the sand like this person in Blood Beach. And that doesn't look like a whole lot of fun. It seems like they're screaming in pain. Do it now. Click on the link in the description. All right, now back to the video. Let's talk a little bit about M3gan. To kick off 2023, we have a movie about a killer robot doll, which is always one of my favorites. Coming from Akela Cooper and James Wan, the same creative team behind Malignant from 2021, this movie is described as a roboticist designs a lifelike doll programmed to bond with her newly orphaned niece. However, the robot becomes violently overprotective of its new friend. The trailer for this Gerard Johnstone directed film just came out today and features a very creepy, way too lifelike doll. The creepiness of Megan comes from how lifelike she looks, but like her features are accentuated so it looks like she's more real than she should be, and personally it gave me the chills watching this trailer. I'm like a teeny tiny bit concerned about this movie because it does come out in January, that is specifically January 13th of next year, but considering the amazing writing team behind this film that, like I said earlier, was also responsible for Malignant from 2021, one of my favorites from that year, I'm expecting this one to be pretty dang good too. It's also got Allison Williams in it from Get Out, and she is an amazing actress. If you've been watching this channel, you guys probably know how I feel about James Wan, who also came up with the story for this film, although Akela Cooper did write the script. So I'm honestly pretty excited for this. I think this is gonna be pretty good. Typically when horror movies come out in January though, that's like a dump month for studios. They like to just throw any movie out in January because no one really goes to see movies in January. That's a month that is all about bettering yourself as a human being typically after the new year. Gym memberships go up in January, but everything else kind of goes down. The trailer also looks pretty cool and doesn't use as much digital effects as I thought it would, which is a massive positive on my end. I remember when this specific trailer premiered at CinemaCon, we unfortunately weren't able to see it until now, but I remember hearing word that there is this scene where Megan is running on all fours, and I was like, oh man, that is totally gonna be digital, just like Child's Play 2019, which is another movie with a similar concept that does not look nearly as good. It makes me really happy to know that Amy Donald will be playing the character of Megan, an actual real human being, so not a digital effects team. So I think this is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for it. But getting into a little bit of a Halloween Ends update, not only do we have this awesome new shot of Michael in the sewer cave thing, whatever it is, because I'm assuming that it's probably one location, we also have Jamie Lee Curtis and David Gordon Green talking a little bit about the future of Laurie Strode in these movies. While promoting Halloween Ends, star Jamie Lee Curtis has been insistent that her latest appearance as the Michael Myers battling Laurie Strode will also be her last, saying, "I need to now cut her loose and let her live in the minds and hearts of the fans that have supported her. I now get to go off and do my own thing." David Gordon Green backs this up by saying, "We said that together after the first one, we decided to do 2 more. Her characters traveled through my whole life, and then at a point I just became the shepherd. So it was fun to inherit that character, take her on the journey I wanted to go on with her, and then saying goodbye to her. I do feel confident that we are saying goodbye to Jamie playing Laurie in the universe. At some point, someone will maybe bring a new Laurie into something, some twist will happen and the mythology will continue. But I do feel like this is the last time we're going to see her nervous smile and those fun, enlightening attributes of Laurie Strode. You know, usually when an actor says something like this, it's kind of tough to believe them, because I'm sure if a big paycheck comes in the mail and like they get a phone call, they're probably gonna take that. But I genuinely think this is the end for Jamie Lee Curtis, who has expressed how much she does not like the ending she got in Resurrection, which was like the last time she was a part of this series up until now with the 2018 film Halloween Kills and now Halloween Ends. Maybe this is just marketing, but she seems to like whatever this ending is a lot more, but she is also saying that fans will hate it. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. But considering how close she is to this character, in fact, in a recent interview, she's even said that when she dies, people will say Halloween actress dies. That's basically paraphrasing what she said. I do think that this character means a lot to her, and she's not just doing this for the money. Even though, yeah, she has kind of admitted in the past she has taken roles as Laurie Strode just for the paycheck. Resurrection. But I think there's a massive difference between these movies and Halloween Resurrection, which is a blatantly obvious cash grab versus these movies that were clearly made with passion. Whether you like them or hate them, the people involved with this are clearly big fans of the franchise and wanted to do it justice by an actual timeline that conclusively ends it. Hopefully. This kind of leads into some more theories about how I really think that this is going to be a conclusive end, where almost every other timeline has left it open-ended, where it was like Michael was still alive, or there was still some kind of continuation that could have been made after the previous film. Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween Resurrection, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, they all kind of are open-ended and could have been continued. And if you don't believe me about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because it's probably the most clean cut out of the 3 movies I just mentioned, they did have plans to do a Rob Zombie Halloween 3. That obviously fell through and never happened. But it was going to. But what do you guys think? Do you think Jamie Lee Curtis could return to play this character with another studio sometime in the future? Or like, is this actually the last time we'll ever see Laurie Strode on the big screen? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this brand new update on Halloween Ends and Megan. And also, if you haven't checked out that link for In Search of Darkness Part 3, you should check it out. The link for that is in the description below if I haven't said that enough times in this video. Support me on Patreon if you can. That link is also in the description as well. And as always, guys, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.